Okay, so I think I am recording. I don't know. Still not great with the Streamlabs OBS. Gonna be real. Um, but hey, welcome back to Overwatch. It's been a while. We've got the new support hero Baptiste out, which is why I'm doing this video. Um, and so yeah, I have had slight spoilers for Baptiste. I knew what his top half looks like, because they like showed him on the launcher screen basically ever since he was announced. So like I already knew what he looked like, unfortunately. Um I knew he was a support from a comment one of my friends made, which was a slight spoiler. So I have a feeling I know a little bit about what his kit's like. But I haven't seen things like skins, voice lines, none of that. Just his default stuff, and I knew that he was a thing. The next hero. How fun. So today we're gonna just go over him, uh, but I'm actually gonna introduce a little aspect to this. I'm gonna go through the patch notes. Kablam. Hey, look, it's patch notes. Ain't that fancy? Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of like patch notes and stuff for this. Gonna scroll past Baptiste for now and just go through like general updates and stuff. So to the updates, beam type damage is now reduced by 20% when hitting armor, which I guess gives people like Diva and like people who have passive armor or whatever a bit more resistance to people like Mei, specifically Mei, and Zarya with their like beam projectiles. Because let's be real, a high power Zarya rips through armor like it's regular health. So having the extra protection is really good, and damage over time effects are no longer mitigated by armor. I had to look at what mitigated means because I'm not smart. Um, but basically, it no longer does too much damage to them. I think now armor's effects take over and like actually like operates like armor against DOT, which is good. I think that's a good choice. Maybe not because it affects Hanzo's Dragon Strike though. Feels bad, man. Feels very bad. So the damage taken by armor from damage over time effects such as Widowmaker's Venom Mine, and Beam weapons like Symmetra's Photon Projector varied greatly. Now will be more consistent and predictable, which I guess is a good thing because it does definitely feel like different things deal more damage and stuff compared to others. Anyway, damage boost is now applied when a projectile is fired rather than when it hits a target. This is a very good thing, in my opinion. So, normally, if you're a Mercy and you're damage boosting, you need to hold the damage boost for the projectile to hit the enemy for it to count as a damage boosted shot, right? But now you can be like Orion fire striking. Mercy can damage you, you fire the fire strike, and then she can go on and continue healing, knowing that that fire strike is damage boosted, which I think is a really good thing. It's now applied when the projectile is fired instead of when it hits. I feel like that would be super useful for Mercy's survivability because you don't want to just sitting there damage boosting while other people are out there needing healing. But you know that that fire strike's going to deal enough damage when damage boosted to finish off at least one enemy and give your team an advantage, sort of thing. So, like, I think it's a good change. Yo. Knockback distance is now more consistent here as the flying can now be knocked back and slowed. So this affects like Diva's boosting and stuff. I think this is very useful. It's a change that's a bit bittersweet for me. I like playing Diva. I like the fact that when I'm flying into an enemy, they can't knock me back. But that's now changed. But I also think it's very useful because yeah, if you can't stop a Diva flying at you and you're like a Mercy that can't get away or whatever, if someone knocks her back, she's done. She ain't getting close enough to you to just boop you, you know? So I think this change is very unique in the fact that now flying enemies can now be screwed over. Like you can knock back a far and stuff, I think that's pretty good. But they can also be slowed. I think that's also very good. Like being slowed by like Symmetra turrets and stuff. So like yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Sounds, a new sound plays when you land a hit while damage boosted, and when you land a hit but it doesn't do any damage. those are pretty cool little thing. With the addition of Baptiste, we wanted to be sure that you can tell when your hits were being buffed or nullified, regardless of what hero you're playing. I have no idea what his skills are, but this makes me feel like maybe he has something to nullify damage, which big oof. And then we go into the hero updates. Ana's Nano Boost heal has been reduced from 300 to 250, giving Nano Boost an instant heal effect enabled players to survive longer and made Ana's ultimate valuable. However, it was a bit too strong when healing heroes with large health pools. Right. Wait, does Nano Boost only heal 300? I thought it healed fully. I mean, I guess, yeah, that'd be way too OP. Okay, that works. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good change. If you're healing 300, you're basically guaranteed to heal fully if you're like a squishy. If you're a tank, maybe not. But like, I think that's a good change. Lowering it. I mean, all the squishies still basically get max HP. Tracer's full, Hanzo's full, Genji's full. Like, it doesn't change too much from just a plain theoretical standpoint. But when it comes to tanks, it will definitely have a bit of an effect. So I think it's a good change, decreasing the power of Nano Boost a little. Doomfist's Rising Uppercut and Seismic Seismic Flam, let's go, have been reduced from 7 to 6 seconds for cooldown. I agree with this. Doomfist felt like when he got his nerf and stuff with the aerial movement and stuff, it definitely felt like he had less power because he had less control in the end, because they could immediately start moving again and like easily set up for another attack while Doomfist is out of his options to attack and escape. So I definitely think lowering the cooldown would is a good idea. Hanzo's Sonic Arrow detection radius increased. Hell yeah. Uh, because of how dense the environment is on some maps, the Sonic Arrow can feel ineffective in some areas. That is true. I often feel like with Hanzo, I Sonic Arrow a general area and it would work, but the range is just too low. And if I had just moved it to the right a little bit, I would have like found an enemy hiding in a corner or something. So raising the radius sounds like a pretty good idea. Junkrat's frag launcher impact damage increased from 40 to 50. That's his basic, right? Frag launcher? Yeah, because he's got his trap and then his concussion mine or whatever it is. And then Riptire cost increased by 10%. Junkrat is one of the best barrier and tank busters in the game, and this change will help solidify this role. This doesn't change the frag launcher's explosive damage, which remains at 80. The total damage for direct impact is now 130, up from 120. Since we increased frag launcher's damage output, Junkrat builds his ultimate too quickly. We're increasing the cost of his ultimate to balance this change with the increased damage dealing capability. Uh, I think that's a bit eh. I mean, impact damage, great. Reward Junkrat for actually aiming. Good job. You can aim. Have some extra damage. Uh, but like that ain't never gonna happen. No one's aim's gonna increase just because of the impact damage increasing by 10. The explosion damage is still great. It's still 80. But I definitely think this is a bit of a buff, even though his ult costs a bit more. If you're a decent Junkrat player who has any semblance of knowledge on how to play Junkrat, you're gonna generate your ult pretty fast either way. So like, I think that's a good idea. Lucio's Amp It Up, Crossfade, Sonic Amplify, and Wall Ride were all changed. Speed boosts amplification reduced from 70 to 50, so slower speeds. Crossfade boosts is reduced from 30% to 20%. Feels a bit bad. Um, Sonic Amplify Soundwave now counts towards offensive assists. Nice. And Wall Ride speed buff increased from 20 to 40%, so he's gonna go super fast. We won't read the developer comments for that. Feather Hammer damage reduced from 55 to 50, and his Deadeye's DPS increased from 275 to 550 after locking onto targets for 1.5 seconds. After reducing armor's effectiveness for all heroes, Fan the Hammer doesn't need to deal quite as much damage. Increasing Deadeye's damage after being locked on for a bit makes it more effective when attacking high health static targets like barriers and heroes with over 250 health. It will not impact how dangerous this is for heroes under 250 health. Right. I think Fan the Hammer is a very cheap ability now, and my dog's barking. I'm sorry for that. With the changes that they made to his Fan the Hammer, it became incredibly viable and incredibly frustrating for anyone that wasn't a tank. You would be flashbanged, then you'd get Fan the Hammered into an insta-death that you can't escape, in most cases, by any McCree that has decent control over how to play him, you know? I personally don't like Fan the Hammer. I think with the changes, it is terrible, but I understand it, but I hate it. I I just genuinely don't like Fan the Hammer now. It was good while it was unbuffed, but now that it's buffed, I feel like it's sort of like a cheap tactic. Like, you flashbang someone and then they can't do anything because you fan the hammer them and they can't escape in most cases. Like a Tracer, dead. Hanzo, dead. Genji, dead because he can't deflect, sort of thing. So I feel like fan the hammer is a bit too OP, but that's just my thoughts on this. Maze Endothermic Blaster increased damage from 2.25 to 2.75, 45 to 55 damage per second. I think that's pretty cool. And then the Ice Wall's health is reduced from 500 to 400. Increasing the damage of Maze's primary fire should make a freeze and icicle move combination more potent. Yes. Yes, it will. But everybody already hates that combo from Mei, so you're buffing something literally everyone but Mei players hate. I personally don't care. I like playing mate. I like the combo. I think buffing it is a bit too OP. I think it was nice where it was, but what else? Moira's Biotic Grasp heal over time duration increased from 3 to 4 seconds. Total healing increased from 50 to 65. That's pretty good. Makes her more effective of a healer. I think that's good. In certain situations, Moira's heal is useless. Like if you're fighting a bunch of enemies and it's just like you and one other person, you're trying to keep them healed, but they're just getting decimated by the enemy. Moira's heal is completely useless, you know? They deal more damage than she can heal. So upping this should hopefully help increase the survivability, allowing your teammate to maybe kill someone before they get killed, allowing for better pushes and stuff. So hopefully that works great. Versus Fusion Driver, movement speed penalty while firing reduced from 50 to 30%. As a defensive tank, Orisa can have trouble pushing forward with the team. Allowing Orisa to move faster while firing should make it easy to apply pressure. I think that's a great idea. I personally find that whenever I'm playing Orisa, I move so slowly when I'm firing or like trying to fire around corners and stuff from enemies that may be running away, that it's like maybe it's just better to stop and just move instead of even doing whatever, you know? So like I think that's a good idea. Makes her a bit more dangerous because she moves faster now. Oh, I know. It was reduced from 50%. Yeah, that penalty. Yeah, no, I read that correctly the first time. And then I read it again and I read it incorrectly. I'm really good at this commentary stuff, you know? Far as rocket launcher, minimum explosion damage increased from 16.25 to 20. This change sets the rocket launcher's minimum damage to where it was before we rebalanced its direct impact and explosive damage in a recent patch. I don't remember this change, gonna be honest. So more damage for Farah, yay. Reaper's Reaping has been reduced from 50 to 40%. A recent change that increased Reaper's healing while he dealt damage was a bit too strong, sometimes making opponents feel like Reaper was unstoppable. I do agree with this. It was originally 20% and it was underpowered. Then they boosted it to 50% of the damage he deals that he heals, and it became like Reaper was a big threat. No one could like destroy him quick enough in most cases. So reducing it from 50 to 40, I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe 35 would have been better, like more of a middle ground. But hey, it's being reduced. We'll see how it goes. They may change it again in the future if it's still a bit too OP, but who knows. Soldier's pulse rifle damage has increased by 1. His sprint has a delay before you can fire the weapon, and that was reduced from zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.3 seconds. And he can target Reptile in a mortality filled with his tactical visor. I agree with the tactical visor change. I agree with the pulse rifle change. and I also agree with the sprint change. Soldier is supposed to be, you know, very fast damage that can hit everyone, but he has a lot of spread if you don't know how to use him correctly, and I don't. I don't know how to like work correctly with him when I'm shooting. I try to like burst fire and stuff, but it just doesn't work out in the end because I'm bad. Uh, so upping the damage increased pretty good. Decreasing the delay between firing from sprint is also, I think, a good thing because Soldier uses it to get away, but he can also use it to rush into an enemy. So the faster he can fire, the better he can save himself, sort of thing. And then Tactical Visor is just that's just a good change. Being able to target more things is good because let's be realistic. In a situation where a soldier and a Junkrat ults, the soldier isn't going to focus on people if there's an ult coming towards a group of his allies that would completely destroy everyone. He'd want to target the Riptire. So having it be able to lock onto that Riptire gives his ult even more like power, and that's good. Uh, so yeah, Sombra's hack has been the cooldown has been reduced by half when hacking a health pack. I think that's a great change, and change the visual appearance to more clearly indicate when something has been hacked. I think that's also a good change. I do find that every now and then I struggle to see if my team has hacked something because it's purple and it like might blend in with the area it's in as well a little bit or with the health pack itself. So having something that indicates clearer that it's hacked is going to be great. And the cooldown being reduced by half when hacking a health pack, I think is an amazing change. When I play Sombra, I don't play it very well. But sometimes you want to prioritize hacking a health pack so you can come back here and get health instead of hunting down that low health enemy knowing that they're running back to their team. So being able to reduce the cooldown when you hack a health pack by half so that you can hack the enemy even faster I think is a great idea. I think that should help her, you know, be a bit more helpful to her team rather than just helpful in terms of healing. Symmetra's photon projector primary fire's damage ramps up 20% faster. People are gonna hate that. Symmetra, when she powers up her beam, gets very powerful. Like, that is powerful. They made it so it doesn't lock onto an enemy, which is a good thing. I think the lock on was a bit too OP. But I think a lot of people will be pretty triggered by Symmetra plays since her primary fire damage now ramps up 20% faster. Because it does deal a fair amount of damage, so, you know, Torbjorn's base health is increased by 50 armor, 250 maximum health. Pretty good. Overload armor gained reduced from 150 to 100. Torbjorn's survivability was a bit low, so we've shifted some power from his overload ability, his old ult, where he powers himself up, to his base health. I think that's a good idea. Mostly because overload, when Torbjorn goes overload, he becomes very hard to kill, in my opinion. I suck at killing Torbjorns. I suck at playing Torbjorn. Torbjorn is like one of my weakest characters. Uh, Hamster takes that cake, but you know. So I feel like this is a good change because when he goes into Overload, he usually goes into it at low health. You know, you get him down low, he's about to die. He's like, oh shit, panic button press, and then he gets some extra power. But it gives him so much power that it feels like you've killed him, he's been rezzed instantly, and you've got to kill him again. And you're probably down on ammo. You probably need to reload at that point, and then he just screws you over with his little shotgun pew pew. So hopefully this balances that out a bit more. I think it will, so that's pretty good. Widow's Infrasight reveals enemies' health bars and is now cancelled on death. Revealing enemies' health bars? Hell yeah. Makes it easier to coordinate who to attack. Take out the low health, then take out the rest. But cancelled on death, I feel like is a bit iffy. Because if you're a bad Widow player, you're gonna ult and then you're gonna go in and try and kill. You're not gonna sit back. You're gonna want to be like, hey, let's go for this person here. I'll help. So if you die, your infra sight is cancelled. It's like it's not effective. Her ult already doesn't do damage or whatever. It gives information. It's a more of a passive ult than say Soldier's tactical visor. So I think that doing this is more of a nerf than a buff. I think Widow's changes is more of a nerf than a buff, yeah. So That's my thoughts. Wrecking Ball's adaptive shield no longer cancels roll mode. I really couldn't care less. I don't like Wrecking Ball. He is the worst hero in my opinion. Very cute and all that, but just in terms of playability and how much he does for the team, I feel like he does nothing. I feel like he's more of just there. He doesn't do much in my opinion, and that might just me being unable to use him in any sort of way, but that's just how I feel about Wrecking Ball. I feel like he adds literally nothing to the team, and in fact, makes it more of a 6v5 than a 6v6 that you want. Zarya's particle cannon alternative fires a little pew pew bomb thing. Explosion radius changed to 2 meters regardless of energy level. I think that's pretty good. I didn't know that it had a different radius depending on its energy level. Zarya's damage greatly increases when at high energy, while also gaining increased beam size and a larger explosion radius. This often allowed Zarya to deal too much damage and made the explosions from the alternate fire on her particle cannon nearly impossible to avoid. This change will still allow Zarya to deal a lot of damage, but makes it more difficult to apply the damage. Oh, so it was enough, is what I'm seeing here. So I guess that's pretty good. Zen's Orb of Destruction damage increased from 46 to 48, and his Orb of Discord effect reduced from 30 to 25%. I agree with the Discord. I feel like Discord is a little bit too OP when it comes to especially squishies. So I think that change is good. It doesn't seem like it'll lower his offensive support too much, but will still have a better chance for the enemy team against a Zen. And then bug fixes. We won't go through bug fixes, um, just because there's so much more, and I've already been going on for how long? Who knows? I've been going on for a while. So we're gonna close that, and we're gonna actually play some Overwatch. So, Baptiste. Let's check him out in the hero gallery. 58 items, skins. He looks pretty. Eh. I don't know. He doesn't look very unique, you know? So let's just see his other skins. So Bleh, Yvelet, I, which is purple. I like it. They, that, V. I'm not sure. My dog is going crazy in the background. Whoosh, which is red. Camouflage, interesting. Reminds me of Reinhardt. Wasteland reminds me of Apex Legends. Desert Ops, pretty cool. Spec Ops, I like that better than Desert Ops. Buccaneer and Pirate. Two skins I dislike immediately because pirates are lame to me. Teehee. We've got emotes, so his heroic. Come at me. Pretty meh. Good one, laughing, nice. Nice smile. Eh. Scout. Eh. Take a knee. Eh. Victory poses. On alert. Peace out, and say cheese. Voice lines we won't go through too much. You can read them here by pausing the video. Just because it's all in Korean. Wait, I just sprays. We don't want to go through sprays. Highlight intros. Blast off. Close up. And safe zone. Right, okay. Those were all pretty meh. And his golden gun. Nice. So, he only has that one weapon. Let's quickly, actually, while we're here, not Ash. Baptiste. Hero info. So he has his biotic launcher, 3-round burst gun. Right. So I immediately don't like that. I hate, like, burst. If you know me playing Fortnite, I hate burst ARs. Lob a healing projectile that heals all allies near the impact. Yeah. Okay. Amplification Matrix is his ult, project a matrix that doubles the damage and healing effects of allied projectiles. So you basically shoot through it, and it deals more damage. Right. Okay. Regenerative Burst. Activate to heal yourself and nearby allies over time. Okay. Immortality Field. Toss a device that prevents allies from dying. This device can be destroyed. Right. I see. And then Exo Boots is his passive. Left control, hold crouch to jump higher. Right, okay. Yeah, no, I see why people that said something about it. They called him like Pip from Paladins. I definitely see that. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. I am going to be joined now by Coopa, so that's pretty cool. Hey, I
Hi.
just like spent the past 20 minutes going through the patch notes.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
There's a lot of little changes
There
for
is a lot,
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hit up No Limits because I actually want to try Baptiste
Yeah.
since I am recording.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, it's
even
Shaun. Are you
Shaun.
joining us?
Overwatch is still updating.
Okay.
It has 60 gigs left. Or 60 megs, sorry.
60 gigs. Also,
Yes!
I'm not sure if it's just me, but I've noticed on the menu there's a little bit of a error, like glitch every now and then. Like just a bunch of lines over icons and stuff.
Oh no, that's been around.
I've
I've
only
had
just
it
noticed
before.
it today. I've never seen it before, so I thought maybe it was this
Sure what you
update.
mean.
Guess not.
I've seen it more than twice before.
Big oof.
I think I still have a photo of it.
A photo?
Cause I posted it to Sky.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, I'll just join in.
We're all
It's
Baptiste
just
now.
reclaiming disk space.
With so many
I don't know.
hero changes, I don't expect everyone
Yeah.
to be Baptiste anyway.
Yeah. I already know the skin you want is the freaking blue pirate one. You're like, I'll know immediately, yeah. Yeah, and I also understand completely what you mean by that he's Pit from Paladins. Like, I completely agree.
Let's see.
He reminds me of Soldier. I'm gonna like press left shift so many times just trying to sprint. Oh god. Of course you have the red pirate skin already. Of course.
Oh, so you notice he like blows a kiss whenever he says hello?
Wait, really?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like look back at me.
Oh my god.
Listen!
I already can't aim, why do you gotta make it burst fire?
Oh, is it burst fire?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
primary attack is burst fire.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, like hit scan burst.
So Tatsu, I posted the image.
Yeah, I'll look after this game.
Yep, no worries.
Holy shit, I can't aim with the way this is. I don't like burst fires.
No, I find burst fire is easier than full auto.
I find full auto so much easier. Like, if you're to see me in Fortnite, I literally avoid the burst fire weapons like it's a plague.
I mean, then don't look at me in Call of Duty.
Ew, you play Call of Duty?
I used to.
Right, keep forgetting my right click is also like Pip explosion heals. That didn't do anything. Do I have to actually hit the
wow.
person with my heal?
Yeah.
Desert Ops, Spec Ops.
But it doesn't heal me. Oh, I thought it was like a way to heal myself
Pirate.
as well.
Yeah, I just tried to do it to myself. Like, accidentally I was in a fight with someone and like, nope, my shift is on cooldown. Yeah, shift is his only way of healing himself. But it also heals others around you, so.
Right.
I saw the Lucio changes and I do not like them.
Yeah, his changes seem a little interesting, to say the least. I'm not sure how I feel about him as a character though. He seems to take a lot of things from other games, like hit for one. I'm pretty sure there's a character from another game I've played. I don't remember exactly if the game was League or if it was another game, where you shoot through a wall and deals more damage, sort of thing. Oh. Yikes.
Oh god.
Hopefully this video turns out well. I messed with settings earlier, so it may be entirely screwed from before I even start recording. Knowing my luck, that's exactly what's gonna happen. How?
Oh my god. I do not like the Lucio changes. It benefits him more than his teammates.
Oh boy.
Baptiste is an interesting character.
Oh my gosh, you could literally just leapfrog.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Because yeah, like I took a little look at like how the Lucio changes works, and it's like he's
What?
super slow
How did
on the-
I get played? I did
Nice.
literally nothing.
I thought I would have at one point because I thought I got like a double or something, like with the help of like an ult.
How is that play? I don't understand. Yikes. That was terrible. And also, Shaun, it's similar for me, but it was less about like player icons, more like looking at like competitive and like the modes themselves had weird effects.
Oh. I think I may have had that
Oh,
on
that
point,
is a
but I
very-
just forget.
That one on that player icon, that is very weird.
But it looks so cool too.
Oh yeah, a little.
But yeah, that's what I had multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, in this game, we'll requeue.
No limits, Nepal.
We're requeuing because you weren't in the game.
Oh. Game found.
Fix.
What about Vulpix?
Wait, did we get a free loot box this character event? Because you
I
know,
No.
don't think so. I think I just leveled up though.
right.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I literally just leveled up.
Nice.
What was the new one?
Everyone's gonna have skins for this guy. And then there's me.
I don't have a skin.
Alright, let's go. Oh wait, shit.
Relatable content. I'm just gonna bounce. How long? Oh, your crouch doesn't actually last more than like 0.5 seconds. I wonder maybe if I change the cursor, because the cursor is weird.
It's a weird one. Yeah.
Reticle. Let's do circle. Yeah, I think that might be better.
Fucking Sombra. Oh, come on, I headshot it. That should have killed it.
Oof. Why do they have a Sombra? That's so
Small dick.
mean. Play Baptiste, it's no limits, jeez.
What? I was in
They
my
have some
mortality
kid
field!
now. I'm dead.
Yeah, Sombra disables the immortality field very quickly.
Yep. I do like the health pack hack change.
Yeah.
I think that's extremely useful.
They've only got 2 Baptistes. I got it.
Just all these immortality fields.
Heroes will always be immortal. There's a Tracer. She's being mean.
Found her.
I'm doing terribly this round. I mean, worse than the last round at least.
Thank you.
I want to aim down my sights, like legit.
Yeah, I do as well.
I want to right click and aim down sights, but I can't because that's not how it works.
Oh no, dragons! Ah. Oh no, there it is. No!
Symmetra turrets,
I'm dead.
ha. Ow, Sombra, please.
If they get the next point, I'm going Bastion. Is that fine?
Yeah, I mean, they're not playing Baptiste, so screw 'em.
Fucking Sombra and Tracer behind us.
I'll just alert. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm still playing in Korean.
Because I said understood and it sounded like he said back off. Ah, what the fuck? What pulled me into that?
Oh, why the fuck am I hacked again? What the fuck have I been doing? What do I deserve this amount of hacks? I've got nothing in gold.
I have no medals at all.
Pressed the wrong button.
I've got 2
saved.
silvers and
I
that's
could have
it.
saved myself from a Tracer pulse bomb for once, and I still fucked it up. This is not a great place to be.
What a bitch.
It's also quite annoying that this is freaking hit scan. I'm not used to hit scan stuff.
It'll just be taking a while to get used to.
Yeah. I doubt I'm gonna play him that much though. Unless I'm forced in like Mystery Heroes or something.
I mean,
I'd rather stick to Mercy.
it's interesting to play. It's different.
It's different, but not a good different in my opinion. Not for me at least. Not for the way I play.
Well, for some it might be a good different.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I wonder if we can
someone
stack
go away.
ults. Oh my gosh, I think ult stack.
How the fuck? Come on.
This is very unfortunate.
Oh, that one Baptiste low.
아직 안 끝났어. 여기로 들어와.
It's a widow.
여기로 들어와.
I'm dead.
Oh, come on.
That widow is very annoying.
Tis.
목표물 발견. 너 잘할 수 있어.
Widow's low.
여기로 들어와. 모두 치유가 필요해 보이더군. 깨끗이 나왔군. 또 다치겠지만. 뒤에 적이다.
And I'm dead.
여기로 개시. 안으로 들어와. 치유 파도 활성화. 적을 발견해.
Having fun there.
Oh, it's different heights of jump, depending on how long you hold it. I thought it had to be like fully charged.
치유 파도 활성화.
Thank you.
여기로 들어와.
Right.
치료해 주지. 완전히 회복시켜. 안으로 들어와.
Tracer behind.
There's a Hanzo to the side. Oh, never mind, he died.
새것처럼 깔끔하게. 피네발스요. 여기로 들어와.
I couldn't hit that bloody thing.
전원 사격 개시. 전원
Oh wow.
개시.
Doomfist, go.
여기로 들어와.
He didn't get into his own mortality field in time. He like threw it ahead.
Oh, there's a Hanzo in the little
no.
area there.
There's a Tracer like
Ow, fuck off.
위치를 사수해. 거의 다 잡았어. 긍정적인 자세로 다시 해보는 거야. 석양이 진다.
Thank you. Watch out for high noon though.
it was more for Doomfist.
여기로 들어와.
Yeah, considering I was healing myself.
치유 파도 활성화.
He had like no health.
치유가 필요해 보이.
Who?
Hey, we
He had
did
like
it.
no health just there at the end. Eat.
Well, that's how bastions work, huh? Just have no health and you win.
최고의 플레이.
여기로 들어와. 치유 파도 활성화.
Well, those were some Gucci games. I'm gonna go kill myself.